The year is 2025. The world has changed dramatically over the past few years. The global economy is still recovering from a series of shocks. The pandemic, political upheavals, and environmental disasters have left their mark. Suddenly, President Trump throws a curveball, a 25% tariff on all imported steel. This move catches many by surprise. This isn't the first time Trump has played hardball on trade. His previous actions have always stirred controversy and debate, but this time, it feels different. The stakes are higher. The global economy is more fragile than ever. The world is watching and many are worried. Leaders from various countries are expressing their concerns. This tariff is a major policy shift. It represents a significant departure from previous trade agreements. It has the potential to upend global trade. Shipping routes and supply chains could be severely disrupted. It could spark a trade war. Countries affected by the tariff might retaliate with their own measures. One thing is certain, the impact of this decision will be felt far and wide. From small businesses to large corporations, everyone will be affected. The steel industry is a bellwether. It often reflects the broader health of the economy. It's a key indicator of economic health. When the steel industry thrives, it usually means the economy is doing well. A thriving steel industry signifies a strong manufacturing base. It means jobs, growth, and stability for many communities. Trump's tariff is a bet on American manufacturing. He believes it will boost domestic production and create jobs. But is it a gamble worth taking? The future remains uncertain, and only time will tell if this bold move will pay off. Experts are divided. Some argue that the tariff will protect American jobs and industries, while others fear it will lead to higher prices and economic isolation. The public is also split. Many support the idea of strengthening American manufacturing, but others worry about the potential fallout. Internationally, the response has been mixed. Some countries are considering countermeasures, while others are seeking diplomatic solutions. If successful, this move could revitalize the American steel industry and set a precedent for future trade policies. However, if it backfires, the consequences could be dire. The global economy could face new challenges, and the American public might bear the brunt of the impact. As the world watches, one thing is clear. This bold move by President Trump has set the stage for a new chapter in global trade. The future of the steel industry and perhaps the global economy hangs in the balance. This isn't Trump's first rodeo with steel tariffs. His administration has a history of using tariffs as a tool to influence trade policies and protect domestic industries. Back in 2018, he imposed tariffs on steel and aluminum imports, aiming to bolster the American steel industry and reduce dependency on foreign metals. The stated goal was to protect national security and revive American manufacturing. The results were mixed, with some sectors benefiting while others struggled. The 2018 tariffs did provide some relief to the U.S. steel industry. Domestic production saw a boost, and some jobs that were on the brink of disappearing were saved. Jobs were saved, and production increased. Steel mills that had been dormant for years roared back to life, and workers who had faced uncertain futures found renewed hope. However, the tariffs also led to higher prices for consumers. Everyday items, from cars to canned goods, saw price hikes as manufacturers passed on the increased costs of raw materials. Businesses, especially those in manufacturing, faced rising costs. Small and medium-sized enterprises in particular struggled to absorb the higher expenses, leading to tighter profit margins and difficult decisions. The 2018 tariffs also triggered retaliation from trading partners. Countries that had long-standing trade relationships with the U.S. felt compelled to respond. The European Union, Canada, and Mexico imposed retaliatory tariffs on U.S. goods. This tit-for-tat escalation affected a wide range of industries, from agriculture to automotive. This tit-for-tat tariff battle hurt businesses and strained relationships. Companies found themselves caught in the crossfire, with some facing significant financial losses. The 2018 experience serves as a cautionary tale. While the intention was to protect American jobs and industries, the broader economic impact was far-reaching and complex. Tariffs can have unintended consequences. They can disrupt supply chains, increase costs, and create uncertainty in the market. They can hurt the very industries they are meant to protect. Some businesses that were supposed to benefit from the tariffs found themselves struggling to stay afloat. The question is, will this time be different? As new tariffs are considered, the lessons from 2018 remain relevant. Policymakers must weigh the potential benefits against the possible repercussions. The 2025 tariff is broader and more sweeping. It covers all foreign steel imports. There are no exemptions. This hardline approach is a departure from the 2018 tariffs, which included some carve-outs for key allies. The lack of exemptions sends a clear message. Trump is serious about protecting American steel. He's willing to play hardball with everyone, even close allies. This no-exemptions policy has rattled cages around the world. Close allies feel betrayed. Trading partners are preparing for a fight. The global trading system, already fragile, is under immense strain. Trump's rationale for the tariff is simple: protect American jobs and industries. He argues that foreign countries are dumping steel in the U.S. market at artificially low prices. This, he claims, is killing American jobs and undermining national security. Trump also frames the tariff as a matter of national security. He argues that a strong domestic steel industry is vital for national defense. Reliance on foreign steel, he warns, makes the U.S. vulnerable. Trump's message resonates with his base. Many Americans feel left behind by globalization. They see the tariff as a way to fight back against unfair trade practices and bring back jobs. Section 5. Economic fallout, a mixed bag. The economic impact of the tariff is difficult to predict with certainty. While some believe it will have positive effects, others are more skeptical. Some economists argue that it will boost domestic steel production and create jobs. They suggest that increased demand for locally produced steel will lead to more employment opportunities in the steel industry. Others warn that it will lead to higher prices for consumers and hurt businesses that rely on steel. Small businesses, in particular, may struggle to absorb the increased costs, potentially leading to closures or layoffs. The tariff is likely to have a ripple effect throughout the economy. It could affect various sectors, from manufacturing to retail and even international trade relations. Manufacturers that use steel as an input will face higher costs. This includes industries such as automotive, construction, and appliance manufacturing, where steel is a critical component. These costs could be passed on to consumers in the form of higher prices. Everyday items from cars to household appliances could become more expensive, affecting the average consumer's budget. The tariff could also lead to job losses in industries that rely on steel imports. Companies that cannot afford the higher prices may be forced to downsize or shut down. For example, the construction industry could be hit hard by higher steel prices. Increased costs for materials could slow down projects, leading to delays and potential job losses. This could offset any job gains in the steel industry. While some workers may find new opportunities, others may face unemployment, creating a mixed bag of economic outcomes. Ultimately, the true impact of the tariff will depend on a variety of factors, including how businesses and consumers adapt to the changes. Policymakers will need to carefully monitor the situation and be prepared to make adjustments as needed. The debate over the tariff highlights the complexities of economic policy and the challenges of balancing different interests. As the situation unfolds, it will be crucial to consider both the short-term and long-term effects on the economy. In the end, the tariff's legacy will be shaped by its ability to achieve its intended goals without causing undue harm to other sectors. Only time will tell if it truly benefits the economy as a whole. Section 6. The world reacts. Allies and adversaries unhappy. The international reaction to the tariff has been swift and largely negative. Key U.S. allies, including Canada, Mexico, and the European Union, have condemned the move. They argue that the tariff is unjustified and violates international trade rules. China, the world's largest steel producer, has also criticized the tariff. Beijing has accused the U.S. of protectionism and warned of retaliatory measures. The tariff has also drawn criticism from international organizations such as the World Trade Organization. The WTO has warned that the tariff could spark a global trade war. Section 7. A trade war brewing, the bigger picture. The steel tariff is part of a broader Trump administration trade strategy. The administration has imposed tariffs on a wide range of goods from China, Mexico, Canada, and the European Union. Trump's trade policy is based on the idea of reciprocal tariffs. This means that the U.S. will impose tariffs on countries that impose tariffs on U.S. goods. The goal is to force trading partners to lower their tariffs and open up their markets to American goods. Trump's trade policy has been controversial. Supporters argue that it is necessary to protect American jobs and businesses. Critics argue that it is counterproductive and will ultimately hurt the U.S. economy. Section 8. A risky gamble. Weighing the costs and benefits, the steel tariff is a risky gamble. It has the potential to protect American jobs and industries. However, it also has the potential to start a trade war and hurt the U.S. economy. Only time will tell whether the tariff will achieve its intended goals. In the meantime, businesses and consumers are bracing for impact. The steel tariff is a reminder that we live in an interconnected world. What happens in one country can have ripple effects around the globe. The decisions made by leaders like Trump have the potential to shape the global economy for years to come. Section 9. Conclusion. The future of global trade hangs in the balance. The steel tariff is a defining moment in Trump's presidency. It is a clear statement of his America First agenda. It remains to be seen whether this bold move will strengthen the American economy or weaken the global trading system. One thing is certain, the world is watching. The outcome of this trade dispute will have far-reaching consequences. It will shape the future of global trade for years to come.